Art students, Brian Proctor back again, not with a lesson, but with a tour. I decided to show you guys where the magic happens. This is the drawing room that I come to and basically live in every day, to where I do my videos and watch my videos and eat and everything else, work out, the whole nine yards. So I decided to show you a little bit more about me, since you guys invite me into your homes almost daily or weekly. So this is me and where I am. All right, so let's get to the tour. All right, let's go. All right, so entering the room, this is what you see. Now, let me give this thing a chance to focus. All right, so truth be told, this is the second time filming this, because the first time I started rambling and going too fast. So, and the camera was not focusing properly, so I'm doing it again. All right, so as I say, this is what you see when you come through. So let's turn and do a 380, 360, whatever it's called. This camera sucks for filming. So behind the door, I have my workout bars, and pull back. Next to that, I have my weights and my pull-up bar, dip bar. Now, I have another room set up as a gym. It's got all my gym equipment in it, but I have these small weights in here, so whenever I am uploading or just drawing and stop and I'm in the mood, I'll just drop down on the floor and I'll do some workouts. You always have your mirror. That's me. I'm trying to get slim again. My kicking bag. So if you have followed me, you would know that I was involved in the martial arts from age 17 to about age 40, when I stopped, because number one, the body gets a little too tired of getting beat or just beat down, because you're always kicking and punching and fighting other people. So, it's just like, okay, time to start something else. And art was always, so it was always the martial arts and art. And I figured I could make more money doing art. Now, I used to teach martial arts, and I went to tournaments, the whole nine yards. But yeah, it was making more money sitting in a chair, drawing and creating with art. So this is my whiteboard with my ideas on there. I have to put all my ideas up so I can get to them, because a lot of people send me ideas, draw this or do that. So I write these things down. I am listening to you guys. So trash can, book bag for when I go out. And this is another board. What do you call those things? Cork board I need to put up. And this was an old poster, don't fall, that I had from years ago when I was young, in my teens. And I like this, but it's aged, so I want to put it up, but it's aged. Okay, closet. Well, since I'm still here, extra light. Gotta have that extra light, because the lighting in this room sucks. The almighty calendar, the clock on the wall that tells me what time it is to go to bed. And let's go into my closet here. So back in the day, I used to work at Target. Now, the first time I filmed this, I said Walmart. I used to work at Target, and I worked in the toy department. And there was a guy who I knew that worked for DC Comics. He was an inker. He worked for DC and Marvel as an inker. And he would tell me to buy these toys, because these were the variant toys. So I started collecting for him and me, because he said these were the expensive ones. So that was my introduction to wanting to do toys. So all these game systems work except for PS2. So we have I don't know what this one is. This is the Sega Power something. I don't know, but if you've had one, you'll know what that is. You got the Genesis, the PS2. This was my son's when he was young. So this is the only one that kind of doesn't work. It works, but it kind of stops on you. The first PlayStation, and I think I had the little chip put in it so you can play the overseas games. The Magnum 9, and that's a joystick. That's a Time Crisis game. That's the gun for Time Crisis. My Batman and Robin, which I thought was statues, but it's more of like a toy. The Cobra gun, which is basically a gun for the system. And then we have the Sega Saturn with, I think the Cobra gun goes to that. The Sega Dreamcast and the first Nintendo. And yes, as I said, they still work. Then we have my Cyber Formula car as a model, which I'm going to put together maybe when I retire. My YF-19 from the Macross Plus. I love that. I love Macross. What is that? That is from Star Blazers. And these are my boxes for my Siphon Feisen figures, which I said I'm going to give the male one away with the box and all the other stuff it came with. Over here we have a Vertibird from back in the day, before drones. Yeah, it still works. If you're not old enough to know what a vertibird is, yeah, it flies around on that little plastic stick in circles and you land it. It's a pretty neat toy. It still works. I think I had it when I was 10 or 12, so I'm 50 something now. So yeah, it still works. The Yamoto, that is the real one. That's the one with the light up sounds and all the little extra features and so forth. And I think that was like $350 that I ended up buying it for. The white box is the skeleton that I bought. Over here we have what is that? Jason from, what is that? And the other guy's behind him. I can't reach because I've got all of this junk. Let me see if I can move some of this junk, and then I can get it out the way. It's not junk. It's my stuff. So we've got this guy from, I still can't think of the name of this thing. Bear with me. Bear with me. We've got this guy and then that guy from G-Force, our G-Force, but theirs was, what was it? Science and Ninja Team. Gotcha, man. Thank you. And this was a little, this thing was a little cage to shoot the airsoft pistols. And this was my D90. If I can show you the picture of it, I'd show you the picture of the gun, but let's see if the box is empty. You might be able to see. Yeah, this is the gun in here. Airsoft gun. And then we have this thing, which is basically kind of like M16, but it's got the little rocket launcher, grenade launcher, and the extra pieces that go with it. I'm not going to pick it up to try to show you. I've got some BB guns here, and what is that thing there? This was a little model. Oh, that was part of the macro, part of the Star Blazers. This was a bone phone. This was a headphone. This was right before the Walkman came out. It came out maybe like a month before or so before the Walkman came out. And then, but you know what happened with the Walkman. The Walkman just blew up. And this thing basically, it just wraps around your neck. It's kind of like, almost like a little scarf, but it had connections. The controls on one end and something on the other end. It was really nice. But the Walkman came and just stole its thunder. I think that thing would have been a wonderful seller. But yeah. Anyway, going over here to the Millennium Falcon toy. This is, I think this is from the 80s. Millennium Falcon toy. Big thing now. Story behind that is my wife went to a yard sale and my daughter called me and said this guy was selling all these Star Wars toys that I wanted. And she didn't know the name of it. She said, the big white spaceship. I said, is it like round, like a dinner plate? Yeah, oh, get it. So she got it, but it didn't have all the pieces to it. It didn't come with all the pieces, like the radar, the cockpit, the landing gear, the guns on top. So I said, let me go and find these pieces. And these things are expensive. Like this cockpit is like $20, $30, $40, $45 for the cockpit. So I started getting little pieces, but I'm like, oh man, this is really too expensive. So we'll come back to that with a part 2. Under this, we got a laptop, another laptop. This is an 11x17 scanner, which is old because they wouldn't upgrade it anymore. Yeah, it wouldn't upgrade anymore. Still works, but I just don't have the program to upgrade it because it won't upgrade it. So moving over here, we have a laminator, large size laminator. A knife, just in case. Look at the camera. This is an old calculator, printer, still works. Some speakers, posters, a ton of posters. When I was young, I was a poster collector. I think that's one reason why I wanted to draw so much, because I love posters. Up on top of that, posters too. So going around, this is my Batman black and white. Coming down, Deadpool, and the Batman black and white is a statue. And this, I thought it was a statue, but it's more of the plastic kind of toy figure. So we have here Cyber Formula cars. It was a set. I'll show you later. This is a projector. And going down this bag here, if it'll focus, this is the one that's full. I'm talking full of Star Wars figures. Full of Star Wars figures. So I guess the guy, when he sold them, he really didn't know what he was doing. So, okay. So now we come to the second Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. Say it, Brian. So when I was searching online for parts, I saw somebody who was selling like a Falcon. It was like 80% complete. So I had the rest of the pieces on that. So I took this one and I put it together, and now I have a fully together Millennium Falcon. All right, so going down, this is just some junk. A large stapler, hole puncher, was a three hole puncher. These under here, there's a comic book collection from when I was young. I had like 6 boxes, and I think I sold maybe like 2 of the boxes. This is a large paper cutter, industrial paper cutter. A change. I watched Oprah one day, and Oprah said, if you spend 5 cents on a dollar, take the rest of that change and save it. So after that, I started saving all my change. But now I don't use money. It's all credit. So these are my drawing supplies, my boards. Look at the camera. And along with my, what do you call those things? Those, with my pictures in it. I don't know why I'm losing it right now. These have my pictures. Let's see if I can open one. You might be able to see that. That's an old Arnold Schwarzenegger picture from Predator. That tells you how old some of these things are. So what else I have behind here? Another X-Men thing. I took that X-Men cover and I copied each section and I cut it out and I put them together to make one large little X-Men poster. So there's some more drawings back here, more paper for drawing, and more stuff. And let's see if I can show you some of the drawings that I did, or some of the paintings when I was doing paintings. You may have seen this in some videos, you may not. It's going to be upside down. Let's see if it'll focus. This is watercolor and pencil, and color pencil. Is it color pencil? No, it's watercolor and pencil. This one is charcoal. This one was a friend. You can't see that. This was oil. Was this oil or acrylic? Yeah, so more paper for whatever I choose to do. And this was old. This is one of the old drawings when I was young. Kind of first learning how to draw. I liked characters that had a lot of weapons and belts and guns and stuff. And this was a character that I did. I may use them again. You never know. It kind of does remind me of a character that I have already, come to think of it. So let's put all this stuff up. Back out of the closet. One last time. Don't get jealous because of all these PlayStation things. I don't play games. I was never a big game player. My son was the game player. I see myself as, I can sit down for 2 hours playing this, where I can sit down for 2 hours drawing. So swinging back around, extra light because the light in this room sucks. My window is getting dark. It was storming a minute ago. My laptop, which I have to get another one because this one is pretty much starting to die on me. Brian, but you have 4 in the closet. Was it 2 or 4 in the closet? Anyway, water. I'm always thirsty. This is my external memory here. My external memory here, and my other external memory here. And these things are just jammed with stuff, jammed with drawings, ideas, stories, pictures. So, yeah, backing up. And this was an old desk that they were throwing away at work, and I took it, and it kind of fell apart on me, but I was able to salvage it when I had taken it apart, and then when I was putting it in the truck, the rest of it fell apart, but I was able to salvage it. So, this is the Alexa. This is what I was measuring. This was a measuring tape. I was measuring space in the room because I wanted to get a new workout system thing. Don't worry. This is for my coloring. This is my pens, my markers, which I need to get more, but I don't really do a lot of coloring right now. It's all YouTube stuff. And this was the pen. I think this was like, how many colors was this? This was 100 color pen, gel pens. Never used them yet. It's good to have them. Appleseed and the Peacekeeper War. Star, what is it? Farscape. I love that series when it came out. Farscape. Let's pull back. All right, going over to like my storage thing. Up top above that, I have my rulers and back scratcher and circle makers and all of that good stuff. You always need that when you're starting to draw, when you get serious about comic books. Pulling back again, that is Mr. Skeleton with my Chinese fighting hat that I got from a convention. My daughter or stepdaughter, if you want to say that. Okay, I call her my daughter. And my stepfather, or I call him my father. He raised me. He's passed on now, but he has left some good stuff in me. So these are Coke cans. This is why I keep focused on that, because this is a story. If you know anything about getting paint mix, if you go to the store and they mix paint, they mix so much like orange by numbers and so much red by numbers and so much white, and it mix it up and it turns into a color. So Coca-Cola, where's my finger? Coca-Cola owns that red. When you know you big time when you own a color, you cannot get that color mixed because Coca-Cola owns that color. So you can get close to it, but you can't get that exact red. That's when you're big time, when you're big time. This is a massager. My sister-in-law gave me that because I always had trouble with my neck, leaning down, drawing. So, and it helped for a while, but now they have big massagers. That thing is years old. These are the dummies that I bought. Why am I breathing so hard? Like I'm running a marathon. That I bought from years ago, because when I was trying to learn how to draw, I used figures, and this guy would close, and then she had like this leather on. I would use the light to see how it goes. And this guy, where'd he go? Was never dressed him. I took his head off, but you've probably seen that in some of the videos. And this was a large G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe came up with a rubber snake eyes. And I don't know what happened. I think my son put him in the tub one day. That's how old this thing is. I don't even know if we can find it. He put him in the tub, and his clothes got messed up, bleached basically. They faded. So, and it was a goofy snake eyes, because he had like blue pants and a black shirt with a vest and some big old oversized gun. It didn't work. But I was a Snake Eyes fan. That's one of my favorite characters. So I have all my papers here, all my ideas and designs here that I keep. My stories, my animal stories. So yeah, I have all that stuff here. And these are paintings on canvas that I rolled up. Now I have to get them framed one day. One day I'm going to get them rolled up. These are for you winners. These are the books for you guys. I got to mail them out. I just have to get to the mailbox one day. Under here, these are my storage things. My Sculpey, this is my clay. Probably hard now. It's not really hard. Sculpey stays kind of soft until you do it. Did I say that? Yeah, I used to sculpt. I just passed that. I used to sculpt back in the day, or got into sculpting. I was not a master, but when you have to bake it to get it hard, and it smells up your house for like hours. So I don't sculpt anymore. I'm sticking with the YouTube and drawing. Another laptop, ideas for drawings, more ideas, a tablet, some of my drawers with my stuff in it, my supplies, keep my supplies in there, paints, junk. And I'm not going to show you everyone, but just this last one. I started buying camera after camera after camera to get these videos right. None of them work. None of them work. I mean, that's brand new. This is the J7, which is in my hand right now. This little camera here, I have a GoPro, which I gave to my daughter. Here's another camera here, and none of them actually worked the way I needed it to work. So yeah, I've been spending a lot of money for you guys on YouTube. So paints, I think these are oil paints. What is this? Paint trays for all the painting that I did. 2 of these. And this is a board where you keep your paper, a little clipboard kind of thing where you can keep your drawings on. More junk. There's scissors and stuff for my BB guns. My little folders. All right, swinging around. What did I miss? Oh, my board. This is my board. More ideas, stuff that I have to do. Because people give me ideas and I write these things down. So pulling back, this is the monitor that I use when I'm drawing. So if you look at some of my very first drawings, I didn't have a monitor. I had to put my camera up on top of something so that I could look down and see, but I would always push the paper off camera, so sometimes I couldn't see it. So I had to get that monitor, and before I finish, let me show you what I did. This is my little cell. I did this out of PVC pipe. So I took the PVC pipe. PVC pipe is pretty cheap. And then you just take the little connections, and I built this little frame, and I put my light above it, coming around. And this is what I use to film. So I did that. And then I have these 2 rails that goes across. And this is the little box for my bamboo thing that I keep on top. And then I put my camera here, and this is what you see whenever I'm filming. So I needed something to hold my camera. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I saw a girl, she filmed her room, young girl, and she used a cardboard box, and she glued it to the wall and cut a hole in the little box and put the camera down on it. So I said, that was ingenious. So I decided to film my room. So this is the wall. They always have reference pictures on your wall. Some of these I drew, some of these I just pulled offline, and some of this is the stuff that I still need to do. I do a lot. I work 7 days a week, always. I don't take days off. I love drawing. This is my house to be one day. See that, what it says? Focus. Sold to Brian Proctor. Focus on that, boy. Focus on that. All right, don't play. Anyway, yeah, that's the one day. My little wooden parrot. You'll always have your drawing light. This is just a regular light. This is more of a natural light and a magnifying glass. That's been a while. And there's my drawing table. And this is the very last page for my book 7, I think it is, for Samurai Clown. And every time I get to the very last page, I play around like, oh, I'm done now. I can kind of relax, but I need to just keep getting on it and do what I have to do. And this is all the junk that I have in my drawing table tray. And this is the head to that other guy. He has the Samurai Clown makeup. I had to do that so that when I turn it at angles, I can know what the makeup looks like without messing it up. My other pens, because these are all new pens not used yet. I keep ordering them. I see a good deal. These are the ones I'm using. My 2 lights. My file cabinet with more junk in it. And this is just some stuff that I'm doing for my perfect job. These are my file cabinets. And all of these file cabinets are full of stuff with ideas and so forth. Every one of them, except the bottom one, but they all have folders in them. Now, coming up here, we have my Phison figures. And as I said, one day I'm going to give this guy away, because basically they just kind of sit there and collect dust and do nothing. So we have my Cyber Formula car set, which was in the box. And we've got my money, my big money right here. This is my money, baby. Yeah, brother, be rolling. Yeah. So we have the these guys, Body-kun, Body-chan figures. My Gundam, which was the first anime that I saw. That's why I love Gundam. My Star Wars. And yeah, coming down to the side, this is my little spiritual board here. Let it be done according to your faith. Why do you doubt? Don't ever doubt your skills or your abilities. Complete confidence in yourself. And this one here, sow a thought, reap an act. Sow an act, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. What that means is what you think about, you bring about. That's going to be a t-shirt that I'm working on. You think about something, your thought creates an act. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be a great artist. That means you start to get up and you start to do something. When you act on it, you create a habit. Every day you're sitting behind that table drawing. When your habit comes, that creates a character. Somebody that's not running the street, somebody that's not on the phone all day. You are the person that is motivated and going to become what you want to become. And then when you become that character, you make a destiny for yourself, whether that be good or bad. Now, you can run the streets and smoke crack and do other things, but that will be your destiny. Or you can use the talent that God has blessed you with and become what you choose to become. Should you choose to become a multimillionaire, it'll happen. It'll happen. As you believe it, so it will be given to you. There you go. So, my bookcase. This is my bookcase. These are all my books, my comic books, which are over here. These are some old, what are these things? These are the Widget magazines, which I kept trying to throw away, but I never threw them away. I bought this online, this little digital microscope. This thing is great. I think it was $21, but it's probably more now. These are some of the books that I use for reference or just reading, taking classes. I was taking classes. This is some of the good stuff up here. The Batman Jim Lee stuff. the Overwatch book. I love this. I love the art of that. I want to mimic that kind of art, the Overwatch art. But yeah, these are all my books here. Down here, some notebooks. And before we had the computers, I used to just copy stuff. I would just like photocopy stuff and just keep it in here as reference for me to use. So it's like all these notebooks have that. I think a couple of them have cards, like the Marvel cards, the DC cards. I used to collect those at one time. More stuff. This is my computer stuff down here. All my computer books. And surprisingly, the camera's doing good because the first shot, it would never focus. And I think I have some videos back here. I have a ton of videos, but they're all in the garage. And these were some more pictures that I did. That's the family. This is pen and ink. This was watercolor. That's the woman with the issue of blood. This was the Conan. This was color pencil. And I'll show you the color pencil. There's one color pencil that I like, and that is, oh my God, I forgot the name. I'll show it to you, but it's color pencil. This was the Fozzie Bear. This is with the same Color Tech, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Color Tech is hard to find, but for my money, Prismacolor, all those other ones, right out the door. Color Tech, the best one. So this is, who is this character? This is a Jim Lee character. I can't think, something, Death Blow. Yeah, Death Blow. So this was color pencil, watercolor, and ink. And this was just something I did back in the day, a long time ago. I put some paint down here, and I took a straw and I just blew it to see where it would go. But then when I sprayed it with a fixer, it ran, and it wasn't supposed to run. So it kind of took the steam out of me, but I still like it. I think it goes this way, or does it go that way? But the good thing about this is you can hang it any way you want. So yeah, I'll drop my camera for a second. And these were clipboards with ideas. All these clipboards have ideas and things that I will work on one day. I had them all on the wall, but here, I moved into this house maybe less than a year ago, and I'm trying to get a bigger house, so I don't want to damage the wall, so when I go, they won't be damaged. Up top, Batman, favorite character. Batman, Snake Eyes, Black Bolt, and Cyclops, my favorite characters. My daughter made this. She has got crazy talent to draw. She draws and sculpts too. Gundam, this was Char's Counterattack. Oh, yeah, it was Counterattack. This was the first, and it's not focusing. This was the first movie I saw. This is the first anime I saw, and it wasn't in English, but I was hooked with Gundam ever since that. Then this is the Yamato. This is the expensive one I told you with the lights and sounds. Got a little Robin. Got the little Kabuki girl in the back. Got it from a yard sale. It was just beautiful. It was in a bag, and it's just beautiful. I didn't take it out the bag to get dust. More Gundams. It was a time where I used to like Zoids. So when I saw that gorilla, the gorilla actually walks. It's battery operated and walks. It lights up, and the little gun on his back rotates. And the little black gun has little bullets that would shoot out. But I don't know if it still works. It still works, but it's old, like me. Spider-Man. This is a Spider-Man. This is one of the big Spider-Mans. You can't find those anymore. I think it was like $25 when I got it. But as I say, you can't find them anymore. This little Robin, and this whatever this is. I found this at work. I found a Robin at work. I guess some little kid left it, and this little thing was in the street. And I feel sorry for the little toys that have no home. So I pick them up and I bring them home. I'm like the home orphanage. And we got Bugs Bunny down here, which I don't even know where I got this thing from, but it was a leather coat that he was wearing. And it's just worn out, leather coat and leather hat, but it's just so worn out that it doesn't even look like leather anymore. So that's how old this thing is. And as I say, I don't know where I got it from, but I feel sorry for the toys that have no home. Envelopes coming up. This is more ideas on the board, more things that I need to finish. Coming down, this is my new printer. This is the third one in like 3 or 4 years because the other ones just mess up. So 11x7 printer, scanner, whole 9 yards. More books with ideas. All my CDs. Do we even use CDs anymore? These has music, mostly music and drawings on there that I just saved from the computer. But now that we have thumb drives, and this is where I keep all my drawings for the for the my action pose position stuff. Just keep them all in here, and it's going to be in a book. In the next drawing book. It's more of my comic book stuff here. These are all the old pages from the comics that I started, helped people, never finished, and finished. I don't know, envelopes, more paper coming over here. This is something I wanted to talk about, this paper right here. Pull this down. This is your comic book paper right here. This is what you buy. This is another page from Samurai Clown, just because. This is, I think it's like 25 sheets. How many sheets is this? 25, it's probably one in somewhere, 200 sheets. Anyway, you get about 25 sheets, I'm guessing, for about maybe like $28. 25 sheets for $28. So you can get this, 250 sheets. It's the same thing. I don't even know if I opened this yet. I think I might have. It's the same thing. 250 sheets. Let me turn it around just for you guys. 250 sheets, and it went up because it used to be the same price. It used to be $25 as well. 250 sheets. The only thing it doesn't have are the blue lines. And when it comes to that, do you really need the blue lines? You can pencil the lines in. Every time I do a book, where is that? I pencil my lines in. This is just ruler. This is just a ruler. Just take a ruler, pencil your lines in, or you pencil your borders in is what I'm trying to say. And then you don't need the blue. You save money. 250 sheets. Just get the, what is that, 110. The weight is considered the weight. The thickness of the paper is considered the weight. And so that's 110. I think that's as strong as you could get. But yeah. So you can continue to spend your money on this and get 25 sheets, or you can just get this big old pack, 250 sheets. Do I need to say it again? Okay, same thing without the lines. All right, I had to pause it for a second to put some of this stuff back up. My phone, my other phone, there was another phone over here. So it's like my third phone because I use the phones to film, but they never really gave me that good quality that I wanted. So coming up, mom and dad, these are my color pencils. And as I say, where is one with the name on it? Colortech. Let's see if we can focus. These are the pencils you can get. Go online and see if you can find them. Colortech. I'm telling you. Prismacolor, all those other ones, forget that. Some of my brushes when I was painting. Some more brushes when I was painting. I think this is acrylic paints. Some junk, part of my car, fell off my car battery. Air freshener. These are pins that people leave laying around. This is Darth Vader rocking that chain. That gold chain. That's real gold. That's real gold. So yeah. But this is the view you see whenever I am filming my intros. Are you not focused? There you go. So yeah, and that's about it. You're coming back around and to the door. So one last swing around so you can get a better view if it wants to focus. And this thing here, this is my squeaky chair. This is a brand new chair here before we leave. This is a brand new chair. And this thing just, it squeaks. If I sit on it, and this is a posture chair, you sit down, you put your knees right here, and then it helps with your posture. Your back is straight up because you have no choice but to sit straight. But as you hear, it squeaks. So this is my old chair. And I have a pillow on the arm because a long time ago I hit my elbow against a banister in a building and it's been hurting. So it hurt me to lean it for a long time on an arm. So I put that pillow there. So that's it, just in case you're wondering. So yeah, that is it. And yeah, that is me. Minus the face, but you see the face in the beginning and the end. So I just wanted to do this to let you guys know a little bit more about me and see what I do, because you invite me into your home on a weekly basis. Some of you guys on a daily basis watching my videos. So I just wanted you guys to see what it is I do and a little bit more about who I am. And I'm coming up on 10,000. I think I might say that in the beginning. So I want to thank you guys who have been with me, and keep watching, subscribe, keep drawing. And my new saying is, don't stop art, or never stop art. All right, I'm out. See you guys in the next video. All right, art students, I hope that you found that a little inspirational, a little educational, walking through the room where greatness happens. But seriously, I want to thank all you guys for, I'm almost at 10,000. Almost at 10,000. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. You guys that have been there all the time, especially the ones that as soon as I upload, you are there saying, oh, that's a good picture, or I'm here, I'm first, I'm second, I'm third, or whatever. But I want to thank you guys. You guys are like the mainstay to keep me going. So I want to thank you guys again for all that you're doing. And then for all you book winners, I've got the envelopes down on the floor. I don't know if you saw that, I filmed it. Everything is ready. I just got to get to the mailbox and mail them out. And you guys, 2 of you guys live in the Netherlands. I don't know how much it's going to cost to send something to the Netherlands, but you know, you way out there and you're still watching my videos. Thank you for that. So yeah, it'll be going out within probably hopefully less than a week. We'll see. I've got a lot of stuff going on, so I just have to get to the post office. So with that said, thanks for showing up at the drawing room, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it will be this weekend. All right, later.